Ready?
I am. Okay. Hello, hello. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello. Welcome to this episode of What the Flicks. I think it's our 30th.
Yeah.
What the Flicks, yeah. My name is Susan Ayres. You are?
I'm Lon Shima.
Jorge Sanchez.
Okay. So our movies today are Odd Thomas, Suspect Zero, Devil's Backbone, or La Espina del Diablo, and the Raid, Redemption. Okay, so we're going to start with Lon.
Yes, and mine was Odd Thomas, and this was an odd pick.
Ladies. My name is Odd Thomas. Lord knows. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not the child of a celebrity. I've never been married to, abused by, or provided a kidney to a celebrity. Becky! But I do lead an unusual life. Knock, knock.
Loop me in, odd one.
This place looks like some kind of shrine.
Did you check the refrigerator for any severed heads?
That is Stormy Llewellyn. Stormy and I are destined to be together forever.
That must be for you.
I found a gateway to hell.
Get out of there, Audie.
Been communing with the dead.
It's not about who's dead, sir. It's about who soon might be.
You have a secret. You're either a clairvoyant, a psychic, or you got yourself some juice with a higher power.
I'm here looking for a guy. Creepy guy.
Any of those Bodachs things around?
Bodachs. When they do show up, it's a sure sign that carnage and bloodshed are not far behind. If they find out you can see them, they will kill you.
I'm just so scared for you, Audie.
A lot of people died in that dream of yours, huh, Odd?
Yeah, they did.
Your dreams ever come true?
I was trying to think of movies that I like that maybe a lot of people haven't seen, and this ranks right up there.
Yeah.
This is based on a Dean Koontz novel, and he writes usually like sci-fi, and sort of thrillers. But the tone of this one had a sense of humor to it, which I thought was sort of interesting. So the premise is, you meet Odd, and he sort of has this ability to see dead people. And at first you think, oh, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, a chase ensues, and you realize, oh, he's chasing somebody because this person's a killer. And this is what he claims he has to do. So as you go throughout the movie, you're just looking at him thinking, okay, this is sort of odd, and this because of the sense of humor that's thrown into it. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but he lives in a small town in New Mexico. He's got this girlfriend I want to say his wife. And it's the same thing. It's sort of a cute story, whereas kids, they go to a little fortune teller, get a card saying you're going to be together forever. So when they grow up, they're together. He has a relationship, or I shouldn't say a relationship, but a very close friendship with the head of the police department there, who also knows that Odd can see dead people and helps with crimes regarding these dead people. And so they always have to come up with a cover story to make it not look too bad. But as it goes along, something strange, I was going to say something odd is going on. I got to stop using that word. Because something strange is happening to the town because he's seeing these little monster show he calls Bodachs. And I don't know where they came up with the word or anything, but he claims that they sniff out death. So he thinks, to see one every now and then is something, but all of a sudden in the restaurant, he sees a lot of them, and he fears for the town. He knows something's going on. So he's basically investigating this. He's trying to have this relationship with his girlfriend. He's also trying to understand some of the dreams he's been having. And also another girl has a dream, which he describes, and he can relate to it, saying, I had almost the same type of dream. So as the story goes along, it just sort of involves an investigation, And like I said, it's just a fun little quirky movie. I don't think it's a great movie by any means, but I have to give it to the director and the screenplay adapter, who is Stephen Sommers. People will know him because he's the one who directed and wrote The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. It has that exact same feel, except with the smaller kind of low budget feel to
yes.
it, which is what makes it good. Though I will give it to Anton Yelchin. I think he's excellent in this role. He has to, like I said, he has to be goofy, he has to be romantic, he has to be sad, he has to be a hero. I mean, he literally is doing everything for somebody at his age at this time. Really, I thought was remarkable, because believe it or not, towards the end, as they're trying to figure out what's going on with the town, what's going to happen, is this apocalypse coming, other things are happening, killings are happening, and all of a sudden it's like he's very, very sad at the end, and you think he pulls it off. I mean, I found the ending actually touching. It was sort of a surprise, and I think that's why I like the movie, which is why I don't want to say too much about the plot. It's all these little surprises that seem to pop up here and there, and enough twists and turns, and they might not even make sense, but I have to admit I thought it was highly entertaining. But and not a lot of famous people. I think, what's her name? Amelin Timson. I can't remember her name now. Who plays the girlfriend, Stormy? I thought she was very good in it. Mm-hmm. She was in Californication.
Addison Timlin.
Oh, Addison Timlin. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
So let me hear that name.
And then Willem Dafoe's in it, and a small little role by Patton Oswalt. But it just, I thought it was remarkably funny, entertaining, yet creepy. I really couldn't figure out where this movie was going. And unfortunately for me, I actually want to see, apparently, I guess there are more than one novel. My friend who told me about the movie is the one who's also read the novels. And he said, yeah, it's sort of different, but he too found it entertaining. And so I would have loved to see Anton Yelchin do a follow-up to this. And unfortunately, it never happened before he died. But again, because it was a flop, that's why it never happened. But I think Stephen Sommers did a wonderful job with this movie.
Yeah, I think that it's strange because I have read a lot of Dean Koontz.
So about
and I couldn't imagine him actually writing this light. He's
very much
kind
so.
of like a little lighter than Stephen King, but it's kind of in the same genre.
No, very serious, right?
But I was kind of like, did he actually write it this way? Because I thought it was like almost like a Disney version of Dean Koontz, right? It was like very
very much so, exactly.
Yes. it was very young adults, I thought. And it just seemed like, and I don't know if I liked it, but it didn't stay with me that much. You know what I mean? It was kind of like I watched it like a week ago, and when I went to do my notes, I was like,
what was that movie?
Yeah, but I remembered him. I remembered him, and I remembered her, and there was one. I thought at the end I was surprised. I really didn't realize, almost like
good. That's good. That's
I
good.
didn't realize that. I was like, there was something at the end that really I was like, wow. So I always like that in a movie, and a kind of scary.
Surprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I like the movie. Kind of.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. Yeah,
I actually enjoyed the movie too. When I saw it, I saw
excuse me.
the actor was the main actor character.
the Anton Yelchin.
I saw him. Was he in Friday Night the remake? I think he was played the Charlie Brewster character in the remake of Friday Night, which is, I don't know if you've seen that one yet.
I haven't seen Friday Night, but I don't know. I just know he was most famous when he passed away. They're talking about his role in Star Trek, that he played the young Chekhov.
I think he was Chekhov.
Yeah.
I think he might have been in Friday Night too. I think he plays Charlie Brewster's character. I'm going to look it up before.
Oh, okay.
But because I saw that one, because I love Friday Night. But I was thinking, because I first saw him in that movie, I was like, come on, man, you're not Charlie Brewster. So I was like, but then I saw him in this movie, and I really loved his character. I really enjoyed his character. He was perfect for it. Just his whole personality. I really love the dialogue in the movie. I go, these people are just, they're really young. Their dialogue is way more sophisticated than what they look to me at their age. And it's like, they're really young, but they have very, they're like him and his girlfriend, the back and forth.
Yes.
He's very intelligent. Very normally you see goofy back and forth with that age. Yeah, I'm going to get a burger. Sure, I get a burger. No, they're really very intelligent dialogue. Which is it's like a dialogue of a written, from a book or something, a written dialogue. I thought it was Stephen King. I should go, wow, he's doing some light scary movies now, Stephen King. I was confusing with the Dean Koontz. And what's my point? So the movie is very light, but it has kind of tackles a dark subject,
Very much so.
From a very light point of view, it's going into a really dark subject, which dark movie can get really heavy with that kind of a subject. See if I could read my writing. Oh, the movie reminded me a bit, the way it was shot, the color, the look, the cinematography remind me of the Tao of Steve. I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
No,
I think so. The movie is also shot in New Mexico. I think that's why.
Oh, okay.
It's a comedy. It's also a lot of dialogue in that movie too. So
okay.
and also again, it also had a twist ending, which kind of like The Usual Suspects. Those kind of movies, you go, hey, what's going on? So it's light. I really enjoyed it. It's very light. So. Yeah, I found it entertaining.
Oh, good. Because the one thing I was going to say, I agree with you. Because when I was watching it this time, right, I was thinking, this does sort of remind me of a Nick and Nora Charles kind of 40s dialogue, right? Because
Yes,
you're right.
yes,
For that type,
yes.
it's like,
Yes.
it's sort of sophisticated because of the relationship. And that's, I said, that sort of adds a dynamic to the movie that shouldn't even be in this kind of movie.
does have that, yeah.
And I think that's why I said that's sort of one of the surprises.
What was the movie we saw? The one when she takes it's all Hollywood movie where she takes her spot in Broadway.
All About Eve.
Yes, it reminded me of All About Eve, a little bit dialogue, because that movie has such an intelligent dialogue between
And sort of quick.
Yes,
Yeah,
and quick
dialogue.
and quick
right.
and quick comebacks, back and forth. So it did have that.
Yeah, it saved it from being just like like a silly movie. Like I really shouldn't say that. Like because I mean, like, there's a certain genre that I just think are like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's that actor? What you said the cop, his boss.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, well, I was like, hey, what's Willem Dafoe doing in this B movie? I know it was a good movie.
Well, I think that's exactly what it is. It was a B movie, but to me, it was sort of an elevated B movie.
Elevated, yeah.
That's the thing that surprised, and I think again, that's ultimately why I liked it.
And I liked it better than
surprising.
And I liked it better than the Friday Night sequel.
And I like the fact it was like 3 minutes. I mean, it was just like told a story and got out.
Yes,
It doesn't linger. It doesn't do anything. It just tells it.
Yeah.
So once it starts, and it starts with a bang. I mean, he starts
Yeah.
a chase
right
this
away, right
that
away,
it
right away.
doesn't sort of stop,
Yeah.
except when the boy and the girl are together, and you think, okay, but it's always nice little scenes. You know?
Yeah.
It's clever. It hooks you right away, right from the beginning.
Exactly,
The
yeah.
first scenes, right away, you're hooked.
Yeah.
So are we ready to? Okay, George.
So I'll give it entertaining. I'll give it an 8.
I gave it a 6.
I give it a 7.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.